Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. Today I'm taking a look at a California bill aimed at AI companies. First, let's review the outline of the story and then let's dig into the actual bill itself and see what we think about it. Let's jump into it. Here is a story from the Wall Street Journal. AI companies fight to stop California safety rules. AI startups and tech giants are rallying to kill a bill ascending through the state legislature that they say would impose impossibly vague constraints in the name of safety. Though some in the industry have called for government regulation, they say it should be done at the federal level with more specificity. The California bill, called SB 1047, requires that developers of large AI models conduct safety tests to reduce the risks of, quote, catastrophic harm from their technology, which is defined as cyber attacks that cause at least $500 million in damage or mass casualties. The developers must also ensure that their AI can be shut down by a human if it starts behaving dangerously. Any company doing business in California is covered regardless of where it is based. So that summarizes the situation, and I'll just say that last sentence there could be a problem. The federal government is authorized by the Constitution to regulate interstate commerce. I'm not sure that the courts would be okay with California attempting to regulate AI for all states just because the service is available in California, but that's getting way ahead of ourselves on this. Let's go back and let's talk about what is actually in this bill. Let's head over to the California Legislature's website and do some reading. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but I do have the ability to read, so let's see what's in the bill. The bill would require that a developer, before initially training a covered model as defined, comply with various requirements, including implementing the capability to promptly enact a full shutdown as defined and implement a written and separate safety and security protocol. The bill would prohibit a developer from using a covered model commercially or publicly, or making a covered model or covered model derivative available for commercial or public use if there is an unreasonable risk that the covered model or covered model derivative can cause or enable a critical harm. The bill would require a developer beginning in January 2028 to annually retain a third-party auditor to perform an independent audit of compliance with the requirements of the bill. This bill would require a developer of a model to submit to the Frontier Model Division. Wait, John, what's the Frontier Model Division, I hear you asking? Good question. That's a brand new government agency created by the bill. I'll continue, which the bill would create within the Government Operations Agency a certification under penalty of perjury of compliance with these provisions. By expanding the scope of the crime of perjury, this bill would impose a state-mandated local program. The bill would also require a developer of a model to report each artificial intelligence safety incident affecting the model or covered model derivative controlled by the developer. The bill would require that a person operating a computing cluster as defined to implement written policies and procedures to do certain things when a customer utilizes compute resources that would be sufficient to train a covered model. So there's a lot here, and the author of this bill has been saying it's, quote, light touch, and that AI companies will just push back on anything. That is not true. He is a liar, as politicians are known to do. This bill puts several requirements on AI builders, including documentation requirements, external auditors, new liabilities for AI companies, and creates at least two new government agencies. All of this because we're terrified that chatbots are going to take over the world. I know the concern of runaway AI has been the subject of many movies, and I know Elon Musk has stated his concern about it for a long time, but I'm sorry, ChatGPT just isn't going to be taking over the world anytime soon. I mean, one of the most advanced AI companies in the world, Google, has an AI that's been telling people to put glue on pizza. This is a solution in search of a problem, which brings me back to my final point on this. Why is California doing this now? Well, let's start with the bill's author, Scott Wiener. He is the state senator from San Francisco, so you can make up your own mind about where his politics lie. But I would go out on a limb and suggest that this bill would only be the beginning of AI regulation in California. If this bill passed and the new government agencies were created, how long do you think it'll be until the definition of, quote, safety gets expanded to include harmful content? That's the new catchphrase for all the censorship fanatics these days. They want to remove, quote, harmful content, which on the surface, who would disagree? Of course, harmful content should be eliminated. However, who gets to decide what is harmful content? Pretty quickly, harmful content gets redefined to any speech that the censor doesn't agree with. We've seen this before over the last 4 years, and even the UK is going through it right now. They passed the very Orwellian Online Safety Act of 2023. You can imagine what kinds of speech that would be shut down by a California-based regulator. To me, this bill is rather onerous on business, creates multiple new government bureaucracies, and is just the camel's nose under the tent. For those reasons, I think it has to be opposed. But unfortunately, this is California, and I fully expect this to pass this year. We will see. And with that, I'll end today's video. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you next time.